might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They can't take it to 10. Hey.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the Washington Redskins and the New York Giants. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Washington Redskins. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And, Charles, you look back to last year's draft class for quarterbacks. We had a good crop. Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, the two Joshes, Allen and Rosen, Lamar Jackson, all just in the first round. So here we get two second-year quarterbacks set to face off. How have things changed?
Well, for these young guys, that first year, typically learning experience, team's not very good. They just want to see you handle some situations. But everyone expects a jump in year two. And with that, they expect the fortunes of the team to jump as well.
A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself.
Here we go. And Juice. Let's go.
He'll come out throwing here on first down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. And here a look at the offensive starters for the Redskins.
Let's focus our attention on the offensive line and Brandon Sheriff, the first-round pick in 2015. In fact, the first lineman taken at number 5 overall, an offensive tackle in college, transitioned very well to guard in the NFL. Solid, reliable, two traits you love in an offensive lineman. How about tough, physical, and nasty? He's an Iowa offensive lineman. Those guys play well in the NFL.
1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Set, ready? AT Gator.
Back to throw. He may try and run for this. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So here are the Giants under second-year coach Pat Shurmur. They'll be led out by the rookie, the 6th overall pick back in April out of Duke, and that's Daniel Jones.
60 or. Right, 54. I'm coming. Now.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. And the starting offense now for the Giants.
And everyone's going to be watching running back Saquon Barkley, the rookie sensation in 2018. He will draw all the attention now on offense with Odell Beckham Jr. now in Cleveland.
Jones now to throw again. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Here's Jones operating from the gun. And that will be incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And the Giants send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine... They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he gets it complete to Latimer. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
A look there at the numbers for Barber from last time. 14 carries, 84 yards, and a touchdown.
I'm so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game, because...
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here, because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's 4th. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probe drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
And that'll set them back 5.
Here we go.
Still first down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And this is Latimer, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
On the set. Mike 54. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Yo, cheetah.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5.
Still first down.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Now it's Barber. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards there on the carry. Gets it back to 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Barber. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Looking to throw. Steps away to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. It's their quarterback. His 6th touchdown of the season. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They've already been on record as saying, hey, if our rookie quarterback's going to tuck it and run on a scramble, we kind of hold our breath. Well, that was a maybe no, yes, as he's able to get into the end zone.
Are you saying he's got to learn where the line is about whether you keep your eyes downfield and try and find a receiver, or you tuck it and go? And I think he's in pains with that.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's good, and the Redskins take a 7-0 lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. A marker down. He does get it up past the 25. Will it hold? Let's see.
Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. The numbers for Tate in last week's game. 5 catches, 103 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that he's off to a hot start here in this first month, and those are the kind of performances you expect to see going forward.
Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
You got 3. Three down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now Jones, off play action. He'll take a shot for the end zone, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And Ingram hauls it in. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A healthy Evan Ingram, that could be a great elixir for New York this year. A season ago, he only played in 11 games because of the injuries, 35 catches, which was a dip down from 2 seasons ago when Ingram caught 64 passes.
Down. 60 or 56. Run.
On first down. Jones. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. A quick throw. Here's Shepard. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
So it looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. This from 54 yards away.
54-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. We know that Gano has that big leg. He had the longest made field goal in the NFL last year, 63 yards to beat the Giants in Week 4. That was the longest game winner in NFL history, and he converts from long here again. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't... Because that worked.
Break. Watch it, you fire. Got you. I got you, son. Snap.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That one caught by Gibson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 47. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And now the punter, Trev Sway, as he sends this one away.
Here we go. Here we go.
Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they'll start with a 1st and 10 at their own 20. Now Jones. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not lapping it off. But he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Heading back out there, a look at Peyton Barber. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground. First, maybe after.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
60 Pittsburgh. You got three down. Five.
Now back to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. Gets past one man. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. He completes it to Tate. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Down. 18 Gator. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Army. 2.
On 2nd down, Barkley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
An interesting, intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he goes out right around the 39. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion. Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Heading back out there, a look at Peyton Barber. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. Shifts it all as this goes on.
Here we go, set, 90, full. Strong left.
He'll look to throw. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
61, match box.
2nd and 10.
Let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some.
It got his man complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Well, you said you would be very hesitant to throw the football there. They opted to do it. It worked.
I don't know why you listened to what I said. Because, obviously, I was way wrong on that one. Telepathically, though, you were sensing that I was thinking, maybe we should throw the ball.
No, you really meant that they should have thrown it. They did.
That's what I meant, even though I didn't say it.
That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 47. Barber on 1st and 10. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play to defense.
Well, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful. Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. Line 54. You must be dreaming. Here go.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
Oh, he's got the full package. He can spin, he can juke, he can make you miss, he can drop his shoulder on you. Some of that elusiveness we saw at Penn State has definitely translated to the NFL game. Saquon Barkley hit the proper buttons and turned him loose.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Barkley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
54 is mine. 54 is mine. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jones. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Good job.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's right. The O-line, they go to the sideline. They keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Heading back out there, a look at Peyton Barber. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for. A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Check.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Barber. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone's expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Now, that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a 1st down.
They go play action here on 1st down. Letting one. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown.
Let's go.
Cody Latimer, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw it with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And it's 21-3. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. A reminder coming up tonight, a tough ticket in New Orleans. The Cowboys in town to take on the Saints on Sunday Night Football. Then tomorrow night, Charles and I, we go to Pittsburgh. Bengals and Steelers, 2 teams, well, they don't like each other very much. That's well documented. That starts at 8:15 Eastern as we close out the month of September. Barkley on 1st down, going to work his way forward only for about a couple there. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. He hits his target. It's the tight end, Toilolo. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Check, Mike. 54. I smell fear in that.
To throw on 3rd down. Jones finds his tight end, Ingram. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Let's go. Ready. 70, Indy. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Here they go.
Jones throwing on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. It's brought in left side by Tate. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Yeah, he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Heading back out there, a look at Peyton Barber. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting.
Ready, set. 4 down, 22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber. Get it.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The intended target was the rookie Terry McLaurin. That'll bring up second down. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way has made him get off the spot.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there just before halftime. 56 yards. They'll set up to throw. This is caught by Latimer. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Cody Latimer with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Yeah, 3 touchdown passes. You're right. He looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Next the score, Redskins 28.
Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was polished off by a Redskin touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. Catch made by Slayton. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 8. That's complete to Slayton. And a loose football. And the Redskins scoop it. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, where it was the Eagles who were able to swoop in and get the road victory. A field goal, the difference. 17-14, the final. From there, we'll make the trip down to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Raiders. T.Y. Hilton, a touchdown reception. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And at the half, they have the lead over the visiting Titans. 2 touchdown passes there for the former MVP, Matt Ryan. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race, very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Here's Jones operating from the gun. And that is incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And the Giants send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. So here are the Redskins now to take over. They were winners a week ago over the Bears, and they lead things here as well as they start this drive with a 1st and 10. It's the 37 on 1st and 10.
Tight ends left. Tight ends left. Set. 60 outlaw. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54. Get it.
On the ground, it's Barber to start the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Let's go.
Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
On the double. Mike 20. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Hit it.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Past the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. It's a gain of 35.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Here we go.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarter.
And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
The New York set to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that crazy on that sideline because...
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Get the ball. Let's go.
They begin with a run by Barkley. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
50 seconds to Mike. Go. Go.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. So the false start will back them up 5.
False start, offense.
Yeah, maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
On now, Graham Gano. He's hit from 63 as recently as last year. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, this is a guy who is already among an elite group of kickers that have hit from 60-plus in an NFL game, but that's a tough ask to try and get him to produce another one here.
You're exactly right. It's elite group for a reason, isn't it? No small feat for him to hit it from that distance. This one doesn't go through, but I always marvel at those guys because it's the same approach.
Yarder. Now they start at the 48.
Ready up. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Get it.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Barber. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Go now.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Lorenzo Carter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs.
Running is Barber. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
He'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
And New York set to take the field. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there.
You ready? My boy, 56. Check, 56. Check, 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 check.
5. On 1st and 10, Jones. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a giant 1st down on a gain of 16.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Bound to lose one. Let's go.
Jones on 1st down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down now. Barkley, he'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Throwing Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
A 60-yard attempt.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, remember, last year, Week 5, Gano was good from 63 away to beat the Giants on the final play. This not as critical of a kick or as long, but also not as successful.
You're exactly right about that. I was fortunate enough to be on the call for that game, and me and my crew, we got to see him. And when they lined up, we thought, that's a long way. We know he's got a big leg, and then he hammered it. Probably would be.
Position defensively. This offense has it at midfield.
They're going to need some therapy after this. Slam.
On 1st down, Barber. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. So they surrendered 3 points, and now after the kickoff, this offense gets ready to take over the football. Back to throw now on 1st down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters in most spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Second down and inches. And his throw is incomplete. Cody Latimer, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Steps away. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, his first touchdown on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Showed some of his improv skills there, getting flushed out of the pocket but still able to make the throw for the score.
So that means he's not a method actor?
No.
Because with the improv means break character when you need to. And in the NFL, when you have those guys chasing you, sometimes you have to break character in a big way. But I love the fact that he stayed downfield, kept his eyes up, and made the play. How many rookies do that well?
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here we go.
And New York set to take the field. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
On second down, Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
Offense.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Now Jones. And that is incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost... Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Ready to break.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike 54.
Let's go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And here a juke. Oh, what a juke into space. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make throws.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Barber. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. Back to throw here. Forced out to his left. He may try and into the end zone. Washington Redskins touchdown. We've seen this already from him in this game. 2nd time he's into the end zone with a rushing touchdown.
So the head coach is going to have a meeting with the owner this week. You know why? He's got to let the owner know, I know you wrote the check for his arm, but we're going to make him a part of our running game too. This guy can do it all. Let's see where he takes us.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Yeah, the Giants ready to come out now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now, all the work he's getting.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. That's on Kevin Zeidler, acquired in the Odell Beckham trade. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw. Jones going right side. He finds Slayton. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Let's see who's faster.
50, plant. Watch 54. Set the tone, defense. Hit it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones, he's got his man. This is Tate. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Jones now on 1st and 10. Shakes off the sack. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Looking to throw. Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. This ball complete. Jones to Ingram. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Right at the 40. Back to throw. Jones. Man open. That's Damian Ratley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 at the 19. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
70,
It's now 2nd and 4.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This will be 3rd and 6. He hits his target. It's the tight end, Toilolo. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch. And most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big...
Now on 1st and 10.
Two times.
Break.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down.
Greystone, travel.
Check 43.
Now.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On 2nd down now, it's Barber. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Let's go, boys.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Second and 3. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run here with Barber. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Check.
Now a play fake here on first down. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Looked at me like the adopter of my kindergarten teacher always said, if at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Looking to throw. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. Finds his tight end Ingram. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down. Here's Jones, throwing on first down. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw. Jones. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Jones. Going to throw again. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Back to throw. Jones. And that will be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all, but very little reason.
Got double tight.
Ready. 60 yards.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Ricky.
Yo, fast.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So third and long. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Washington, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin.